Welcome to Project Headcanon. In the last video, we uploaded all of the files to the wiki, but ran into some problems when we ran out of disk space. Now, in the interest of preventing another crisis, we'll get started removing all unnecessary pages and files from the wiki. In MediaWiki, all pages are sorted into what are called namespaces. Namespace 0 is for content articles, 2 is for users, 4 is for wiki-specific meta pages, 6 is for files, 8 is for internal MediaWiki stuff, 10 is for templates, 14 is for categories, and 828 is for Scribunto modules. The odd-numbered namespaces are for talk pages, which you can get to by clicking the discussion tab at the top of an article. On Wikipedia, talk pages are mainly used for two reasons: discussing certain edits to a given article, and drama. While it can be intriguing to glimpse fandom drama from more than 15 years ago, Project Headcanon is meant to represent a fresh start. We don't need to keep records of the users that contributed to Wikipedia, any discussions that took place before the XML dump was taken, or any pages about Wikipedia itself.
Wipe them out. All of them.
To delete all those pages, we will use a maintenance script called deleteBatch.php. This script takes a file with a list of page names and automatically deletes them. In theory, you can populate that file however you want to. Since I'm going by namespace, the easiest way is to query the database directly and save the output to a file like this. All I'm doing is selecting the entries in the page table that are in a given namespace. It's important to add the prefix for that namespace as well, otherwise, for example, trying to delete a talk page would delete the main article instead. Once we have a list of pages to be deleted, we just point the deleteBatch.php script at it. When it's done, you can see that the visible page count is quite a bit lower than it was at the start. Let's also clear the job queue with runjobs.php now. There are also quite a few files that were only used by those pages that we just deleted, so we don't need them anymore either. MediaWiki gives us this special unused files page to view them, but to my knowledge there is no inbuilt script to delete them all. Instead, I used the MediaWiki API and some Python to write all of those file names to a text file that we can pass to deleteBatch.php. This method also works for the unused categories and unused templates pages. Now, after doing a mass deletion of pages like we just did, there are a few scripts to run that will clear all of their now unused revisions and files from the wiki. This is irreversible and should not be invoked lightly, but I know for a fact that we will not need to get any of these pages back for any reason. So let's run two more scripts, deleteArchivedRevisions.php and deleteArchivedFiles.php. For some reason, delete archived files threw a PHP error here, so I manually removed the deleted files directory and truncated the file archive table in the database. Now we have an easy formula for how to delete a large number of pages really quickly. Get all the page names into a text file, run deleteBatch.php on that text file, and then run deleteArchivedRevisions and deleteArchivedFiles. We'll repeat this procedure on all of the namespaces deemed unnecessary. There is an alternative way to mass delete pages which doesn't require direct access to the command line of the server, and that's this extension called NukeDPL. I'll demonstrate its use on some remaining pages that accidentally ended up in the main namespace during the import from Wikipedia. In this box, you can type in some dynamic page list query, and it'll give you a list of matching pages that you can delete all at once. Here I'm checking the main namespace for any pages starting with forum, to find pages that were in Wikipedia's forum namespace before the import. This list is hard-capped at 500 entries, so for very large sets of pages like this, you'll have to run it multiple times to get all of them. Remember to run deleteArchivedRevisions, deleteArchivedFiles, and runjobs.php afterward. For the sake of keeping complete documentation, here is a breakdown of all the pages I deleted. In the next video, we'll finish the last bits of cleanup and start making the wiki look more pretty on the front end. Until then, may the force be with you.